We will continue to be your single source of truth.
There is one source of truth, though, when it comes to these things, and that's the announcements we make here.
Since a year ago, the Prime Minister, Dr Bloomfield, and Minister Hipkins have made it quite clear that we must look to our one source of truth.
And I will have to say I was alarmed at the number of letters that I've received from people concerned that the government would be making COVID-19 vaccinations compulsory. This is a direct result of deliberate misinformation that's being spread through social media. The government is not making COVID-19 or any other vaccinations compulsory. It's not going to be compulsory, but my message to everyone is it's safe.
The government's made it really clear that the vaccine won't be mandatory in New Zealand, and I think that's the case in just about every country around the world.
As a government, we will not be making it compulsory.
The no jab, no pay policy of Australia, are you looking at that?
No, we're not.
Fantastic,
No.
thank you.
I believe in vaccination, but not mandatory.
Great, thank you.
Great.
The government order says everybody who works in MIQ facilities or at the border must be vaccinated against COVID-19.
From next week, we start working through the individual data to ensure that those who we expect to be vaccinated have been. If they're not, they're moved on.
They're looking at whether they can extend this order in the future. And so port workers here might at some point be moved on from their jobs if they keep refusing the vaccine.
If there isn't an alternative, then their role in the NZDF will be looked at. They may be terminated. Yes.
So they may lose their job if they don't take the vaccine.
Yes. I'm an AUT student, and we've been informed that if we are to continue to go out on clinical placement, well, they're required to get the COVID-19 vaccine unless we have some sort of medical exemption.
By about that point, we'll likely be in a position where we're vaccinating everyone.
I think when you make things mandatory, it often ends up having the effect of, having certain populations or communities thinking that it's, this is not a good thing, and it's infringing on their rights and stuff.
This ends when we say no, guys. Taupo, man, tons of support here. People don't really want the shot. Few people do, but most people are just scared. You know, just realise you can stand up. Let's all just support each other, man. Imagine if we all just lived in a world where we just supported each other and supported each other's choices. How beautiful would that be? Beautiful. Look at all of these people here, you know. We're all supporting each other, standing up for freedom all over the country. There's events all over the country at the moment, guys. You know, don't feel alone. Make sure you don't feel alone, because there's so much support out there. Don't worry about this no job, no jab. It's about to blow up in their faces in a huge way. You know, as I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. There's so much more going on that you might not really be aware of. And just know that beautiful things are coming. Sometimes some of this yucky, horrible, dark stuff, you know, it needs to see the light. We need to see the lies that are being told and the things that have been hidden from us, so that then we can get rid of the darkness controlling us and we can be in the light. You know, be able to live in a beautiful place where people support each other, and we share food, we share love. We don't live in fear. This is what this is all about, guys. It's the tip of the iceberg, and honestly, I've been looking at this my whole life. This is the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more going on, guys. So much support. Oh, look, there's one. Woohoo! Yeah, we haven't really got many non-supporters today, which is pretty good, especially in Taupo with quite a high vax rate. So it's really good to see that there's so many people, you know, that on some level understand what's happening. Support friends and family that are standing up today. You know, share some of their photos or their videos and stuff like that, just so that more people can see. You know, there might be that one person sitting at home that thinks that they're all alone sitting there, you know. There's so many people so many people that are opposed to this and a lot of the other ridiculous things that are happening in our world at the moment. And I can tell you with 100%, this is about control. This isn't about this whole tip of the iceberg COVID thing. It's about control. And we need to take our control back. We're all free living beings. And guys, just don't be scared. It's so easy to control people that live in fear. It's so easy to, divide people that are in fear. We need to stand together. Whether you go and get the vax or you don't. At the end of the day, we are all living beings, trying to do our best on this planet. Coming from a place where we understand what's happening. Not everyone comes from the exact same place, but please don't treat people badly for their choices. And that's the whole point of why we're out here today as well. This should be a choice. It's our body. We should get to choose what goes into our body. We shouldn't have mandates to force us to have an experimental medicine. If you don't have this, you're going to lose your job. When is that true? I'm quite gay too! Yes! That's awesome. See, I actually love people. People are hilarious. And that's what you have to do. You gotta keep on loving people, And this is awesome. How many people would have seen this today and maybe have a little chat with some people that they know and go, what do you think about this COVID thing? What can we do if we're being forced to lose our job over this COVID thing? One of the things you can do is you can go to voicesforfreedom.co.nz, and on their website they actually have a whole heap of paperwork to help you out. There's been a big group of lawyers and other people that have put this together for different sectors, so depending on what industry you work in, go and check out voicesforfreedom.co.nz. Have a look in the little take action part, and it has heaps of resources, because what's happening with these mandates is actually illegal. That's why there's such a rush to push everything through at the moment, because once you've got the jab, it's not like it can be taken back. So just stand strong, guys, because this is just about over.